First thing I want to say, Mark, I feel incredibly grateful and thankful for being a member of the Brotherhood and to receive all your coaching and curriculum. It's made incredible. This is the biggest growth I've had in my personal life. I'd say in the last 50 years. It's just incredible. I'm just so grateful and thankful. I'll start crying if I keep going. It's just been a burden has been lifted, 50-year burden has been lifted off my shoulders.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Man Podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it. What is up, you absolute legends? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. Happy Thursday. I'm so pumped to have you guys join me. And today, boys, we are going to talk about how to be the perfect man. I'm going to give you 5 traits that women find irresistible. And actually, a lot of these traits I have not discussed on this podcast before. So don't think I'm just going to ramble on the way I usually do about the same old bullshit. No, boys, I'm going to give you some new tactile things that you can do to make women more attracted to you. Guys, that testimonial that you heard at the front of the podcast was indeed a graduate of my 3-month coaching program. He just graduated last week. Scott, what is up, brother? I so appreciate what you said about the 3-month coaching program. And guys, you might be wondering, how is it that every single time I listen to this idiot's podcast, there's some guy who's graduating from his program singing the praises of just how effective Mark's program actually is? I'm going to tell you why that is, boys. It's because of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which goes into the heads of my clients and remaps their belief systems, traumas, archetypes, meta programs, and bullshit that they've been buying into since they were kids. Scott was in his 50s, and as he said, he has never had success like this before. Do you ever wonder exactly how that works? Again, boys, it's because I remap the bullshit inside your head, and you have the opportunity to experience a piece of that 3-month coaching program yourself with my NLP masterclass. That, boys, I released on Monday, and it sold out in 7 hours. 7 hours. I got a bunch of emails like, dude, what the fuck? I log on and everything's sold out. What kind of douche canoe are you? And I was like, relax, everybody. Don't come unpeeled. I added more slots, and I actually just added another day, Friday the 24th. So if you want to experience NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming yourself, if you want me to do NLP on you and show you the power of what I do to my boys in my 3-month coaching program, this is your opportunity. Guys, it sold out within hours on Monday. And now that you're listening to this on Thursday, I can only suspect that's going to be sold out again. I added some new spots. I rearranged some things. So there is some availability. But as I always say, you need to shit or get off the pot. So if this is your first time listening to this, click the link in the description below. Get your ticket now because, again, this is going to sell out. Once again, it's an NLP masterclass. It's 2 hours long. I'm either doing it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, depending on which ticket you have. NLP is kind of like a guided meditation. I walk you through a series of steps to basically remove and replace belief systems with better belief systems, with confidence, with self-belief. As we're going to talk about today, one of the traits of a perfect man is that he believes in himself. He has undeniable confidence. And when you have bad belief systems, such as, I'm not enough, that girl's too hot for me, she'd prefer to be with a different dude, you telegraph that in your behavior. Women are cued into your behavior, and behavior always starts with belief systems. This is why I'm the only coach that uses neuro-linguistic programming to remap your belief systems so that you behave correctly. And then you could be like Scott, getting unprecedented results that you never thought possible. This is why I have the reviews I do. This is why I have the reputation I do. And you can experience this 2-hour NLP masterclass for yourself, where I'm going to remap belief systems. I'm going to remove traumas. I'm going to instill massive confidence, self-esteem, self-belief, so that the next time you go up to a woman, she's going to behave differently because you are behaving differently. Guys, I got a bunch of signups. My assistant said, hey, Mark, I'll be happy to put them in the spreadsheet. And I said, no, dude, I want to go through every single one. I want to personally thank every single guy who signed up. And that's what I did. So if you've signed up already, or you're going to sign up in the future, I am literally reading through your entire application. I'm saying your name to myself and being like, dude, there's a champion, a guy who's willing to invest in himself to get to the next best version and to pull more girls. So every single one of you dudes who has signed up, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I sincerely appreciate you. And brothers, I'm going to blow your fucking mind. I do not take your trust in me lightly, and I am going to absolutely wow you in this 2-hour masterclass, either taking place on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Get your ticket now if you haven't already, brothers. This shit is going to sell out yet again. I'll probably have to add more spots and get yelled at by a bunch of dudes because everything sells out so quickly. This stuff works, boys. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come work with me and experience what you hear all the guys who come on my podcast, what you see all the reviews on my website, what you see all the case study videos of people saying about what this coaching program can do because of NLP, which you can experience right now. If you just click the link in the description below, go through that website. You can read the FAQ. There's a video in there that you can listen to. Perhaps after you listen to this episode, grab your ticket. This is going to be a badass experience. You guys are going to love it. And once again, if you don't love it, I'll give you your money back. I will buy the program back for you, which means here's your money back, bro. You didn't love it? Here it is. And I'll tell you this. Every single time I've done a masterclass, I've had this guarantee, and guess how many people have asked for their money back? 0, brother. Bagel. And I'm damn proud of that fact. I give value. I over deliver, as I'm going to do today in this episode. So let's get into it. All right. The perfect man, 5 traits women find extremely attractive. First and foremost, boys, women want to know that you're capable of doing a variety of different things. What does this mean? This means that you have high survivability. You can take care of yourself. You could take care of her. You could take care of a kid. You are, for example, Mr. Fix-It. You could fix shit around the house. You could fix her car. You could come rescue her, as I've had to do with many of my girlfriends when they get a flat tire, or perhaps they get their asses drunk at the nightclub and some random dude is trying to finger blast them in the VIP room. So they call me and I'm like, yeah, I'll come pick you up. I'll rescue you. If, of course, you do a favor for me too, which works into the all-important concept of requests, which means when a girl requests something of you, you make her do something for you first. But boys, they want to know that you're a tier 1 dude. They want to know that you're a bit of a Renaissance man, a guy who can take care of her, take care of her family, take care of himself, a dude who's capable of doing many things. My second favorite movie of all time next to Gladiator is Bourne Identity. I love the concept, and I think you guys will relate to this, of just like waking up one day with amnesia and being like, dude, what am I able to do here? And then there's 2 cops that wake him up on the park bench and he fucking disarms both of them, takes apart their guns, knocks them out, and they're both on their backs. And he looks at his hands and he's like, damn, dude, I was able to do that. And then he goes into the US Embassy and they're chasing him and he has to climb down the back of the embassy when it's snowing. Such a sick movie. And I love that concept. To wake up tomorrow morning and kind of look at your hands and be like, what am I able to do? Am I able to fix shit? Yes, I am. Am I able to figure out making my own business? Yes, I am. Am I able to pull girls because I believe in myself? Given to me by Mark's NLP masterclass? Hell yes, I am. Girls want to know that you're capable because it goes into that all-important concept of survivability. Women want to know that you can survive and thrive in today's society, not because she necessarily wants you to take care of her, but because A of all, she wants to see that you could take care of yourself, and B of all, so she can get your genes to pass on to her children. Yes, boys, even if she doesn't want to marry you. You know those women that cheat on their husband the night before their wedding? It's because she's quickly trying to get the genes of an alpha male, even if he's unemployed, even if he's not typically good looking, but because he demonstrates all these high value traits of survivability before she marries the sea donkey, who in this case, she basically just wants to use to take care of her. Women will cheat with an alpha and settle down with the beta because really all they want is the alpha's genes. Think about that one. They don't necessarily want a dude to take care of her, but they definitely want his genes to pass on to her children, and they don't even know this consciously. That's why girls sleep with dudes who on paper do not match exactly what they want, because they're unconsciously attracted to displays of high value, displays of high survivability, a dude who believes in himself and whose mannerisms, tonality, and body language demonstrate that. How do you become that dude? You know what I'm going to say. NLP, motherfucker, which you can experience next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Click the link below to grab your ticket, you idiot. If you haven't done that yet, if you're sitting over there picking the lint out of your belly button, I'm here to put the battery in your back and get you to fucking act, because that's what women are attracted to as well. A dude who takes action, a dude who's a trigger puller, a guy who's masculine. And that's number 2, boys. A guy who's an action taker, a guy who takes risks, a guy who believes in himself and who's going to get what he wants in this life, no matter what obstacles stand in front of him. He will never quit. He will never give up. He is never out of the fight. And you need to be that guy too, a fucking trigger puller. Be that dude and watch women get more attracted to you. Number 3, gentlemen, he does not get flustered. And this does work into my concept of frame control, where no matter what happens in your outside life, it doesn't get you off what I call your inner balance point. You are calm, you are composed, you don't get flustered, because getting flustered shows what? It shows that the outside circumstances got to you a little bit, bro. It affected you. It got you off your inner state of composure, which shows weakness, doesn't it? If you can be completely composed in all situations, like a pitcher on the mound in Game 6 of the World Series, where this pitch is the single most important pitch you will ever throw in your life, yet you stay completely dialed in, completely focused, all you see is that catcher's glove, and you throw a perfect strike, that is gangster level shit. And that's the way you need to be composed. And by the way, composure is all belief systems, right? Think about the pitcher on the mound. If he didn't truly believe in himself, I'm talking absolute unfaltering confidence, he would get flustered in that situation. But a dude who doesn't get flustered essentially believes in himself, believes he has the resources, wherewithal, and intelligence to be able to deal with any situation. That too goes back to number 1, why it's good to be able to do many things, why it's good to have many skill sets, many resources, many tools in your arsenal to deal with no matter what shit comes at you. And that, once again, boys, always starts with belief systems. So if you have situations, particularly with girls, where she kind of rejects you and it takes the starch out of your jammies, you need to reconsider, what do I believe about myself? Where a girl who rejects me gets me butthurt, takes the starch out of my jammies, unfluffs my feathers, and I end up going home and masturbating in a pool of my own tears. It's belief systems. Where if you completely believe in yourself and a girl rejects you, you actually think she's an idiot for doing so, because you're always composed. Because again, you believe in yourself. All right, the next one, boys, is a perfect man will always stick to his mission no matter what pain he has to go through. Let me ask you a question. What mission have you accomplished in life? Maybe it's not your current job, maybe it's not your current situation, but all you guys have been through some kind of insane adversity. I can guarantee you have, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to a podcast like this one. The cool thing about pain is that it motivates champions like you to try to get to the next best version of themselves, thus reaching out to guys like me for advice. So I know you've been through a lot of shit, and brother, I respect you, man. I respect that you have enough self-belief to listen to a podcast like this one to try to improve yourself. So what have you been through? Did you quit in the face of adversity? I can tell you, for the most of you, you haven't. In fact, I know you haven't quit in at least one situation, which is life, the hardest situation of all. How do I know you haven't quit? Because you're listening to this. You're not dead, are you? You haven't committed suicide, have you? Of course not. You're still fucking going. You are a warrior. You have heart. You are never out of the fight. You've hardened the fuck up, and no matter what situation happened, you kept going. And that's something to be proud of. So I understand it's not the best argument to say, hey, you're still alive, so you should be proud, right? But seriously, man, Earth is a hard school. It will kick your ass, kick you in the teeth, and you will be in the gutter. And just like Rocky said in one of my favorite speeches of all time, you get back up. So what have you done outside of life where you've persevered? That's attractive to women, boys. To see your mission and never fucking quit. Remember in my previous podcast, I told you that I failed in this business for 10 years. I guarantee you, every single girl who I've ever dated, who I told, yeah, I've been failing for 6 years, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going, got attracted to me because I told her that. Now blow it up and look at it. Did I tell her I succeeded yet? No, because when I was 6 years in, I hadn't succeeded yet. I wanted to be a dating coach. I wanted to have a successful business. I didn't. I failed for 10 years, but I kept fucking going. I hardened up. No matter how bad it got, I just refused to quit. And it's the essence of not quitting that's important to women, not necessarily that you've accomplished your goal. So even if you're working on something that you're trying to become, starting a business, trying to become an athlete, trying to ascend in your corporate job, for example, they're all respectable things as long as you're continuing to go in the face of pain. Women are attracted to a dude who can hack the pain. Either physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain, whatever it is that you're going through. If you keep going towards your mission, women will get attracted to that. And it is one of the key elements of being a quote unquote perfect man. The next one, boys, and I have talked about this before, is not taking your problems to women. When you take a problem to a woman without a solution, it makes her lose attraction for you. If, on the other hand, you mention your problems to a woman, having a solution for it, having a plan to deal with it, that's attractive. So guys ask me all the time, well, am I not supposed to be vulnerable with women? You can be vulnerable, but you need to show that either A, you have a plan to get over it, or B, you did get over it. I tell girls all the time that I used to have panic attacks. I used to have agoraphobia. I used to have massive anxiety. All of which, by the way, I cured with NLP, just to let you know. But I do tell girls that I've had that. The thing is, as I just said, I got over it. And or if I were still in that anxious place, I would tell her that I have plans to get over it. I'm working on getting over it. But going to her with a problem without a solution, crying in her lap and hoping that my tears will be used as lubricant for sex does not work, boys, as many of you guys have seen. So do not take your problems to women, take solutions to women. As long as you're coming to her with the solution, then the problem can be there too, even if it's not fixed. And remember, you don't have to be successful in the present moment to get a girl attracted to you. And when I say successful, I mean monetarily, I mean with your physical appearance, whatever it is that you're going for. The key, and I really want you to listen closely, is that you're working towards it and you're not quitting. That perseverance, that showing that you're not going to give up is so attractive to women that your success actually doesn't matter. That's why women will often say, no, money doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that he has ambition, he has drive, he has passion. He's not going to quit. And that's the essence of a perfect man. The last one, boys, stems from the vulnerability I just talked about. A perfect man is willing to get hurt. Think about that one. How many of us, and me included, avoid pain, don't want to get hurt, are scared of certain things? You know, all the things that you're procrastinating about is because of fear. You're trying to avoid the pain of doing the thing. So you mask it by procrastinating, putting it off, pushing it down the road because it hurts to do it. Even a homework assignment, a work assignment, cleaning out your damn basement. It's all avoidance of pain. But a perfect guy in the eyes of women marches into pain willingly. And this is why I love the message of guys like David Goggins, Jocko, and any motherfucker who tells you to move into your pain, move into your fears. Women are attracted to a dude who goes into pain willingly because that's the guy who succeeds. I know there's a lot of you out there, and I hate to call you out, but I know there's a lot of you out there that won't sign up for my NLP masterclass because you're afraid to tackle some of your issues. You're afraid to bring up a little bit of that darkness within yourself, such as the belief system, I'm not enough, or perhaps a trauma from your childhood where somebody was verbally abusive or even physically abusive towards you, or perhaps a rejection from a girl because you don't want to look at it. You're afraid to deal with your bullshit, and that's unattractive. It's going to keep you in the current state that you're in, not getting the girls that you want. On the other hand, when you get a fucking warrior, like all the dudes that have signed up for the masterclass and all the dudes whose names I've read and who I've sent a silent thank you to, when you get a guy like that, he's like, yeah, I'm going to look at my bullshit because I'm willing to endure the pain. And here's the trick, boys. Usually it's not nearly as bad as you think it's going to be. What do I always say fear is? False evidence appearing real. It's false. It's not nearly as bad as you think it is. You make these demons in your head by your belief systems. You believe that removing the belief is going to cause you pain, so you avoid it. But I want to tell you that you, brother, have the ability to get through it, no matter what has happened in your life. And I know, boys, a lot of you guys have been through hell. Believe me, I know this. Why do I know? Because I see the NLP intake forms of all my clients. Some of the shit I see makes me fucking cry, dude. It is suffering to the highest level. But when I look at the guy who's sending that form and he's in the coaching call and I'm looking at him and he's looking at me, I just have so much respect and so much love for that dude because he goes into it despite knowing it's going to be painful. But here's the trick. He enters his pain willingly and sees that the pain is nothing but an illusion. It's smoke and mirrors. And this goes into the spiritual saying, what you resist persists, which means when you avoid your pain, when you procrastinate, when you try to put things off, the pain persists. It actually gets worse. And here's the second part of the saying, what you look at disappears. When you look at it, when you face it, it disappears like smoke and mirrors or a fart in the wind. You're like, wow, I was really dreading that fart. I thought it was going to be like a fart going straight into my lung, but it's not. It was like a little tweet and it fucking went away in the wind. Wow, that was a lot less worse than I thought it would be. I way built that up in my head. But when you look at it, when you face it, as all my clients do in my 3-month coaching program, and all the dudes who join the masterclass are going to do next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you realize fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. Women are attracted to the perfect man who's willing to step into his pain and who sees that it's nothing but an illusion. The next time something hurts on you, really focus on the pain, really look at it, and you'll see that it's just some sensations. You'll see that it's just energy. And when you look at that energy, it disappears. All of you guys have made a headache go away. All of you guys have made a stomach ache go away. All of you guys have faced some bullshit in your life where you trusted in your own power, which, make no mistake, boys, you are a very powerful creator. And what happened? You rised above it. And that's what women are attracted to. So let's go over the traits again, boys, of the perfect man. You should be capable of doing lots of different things. Number 2, you are a trigger puller, a man of action. Number 3, you never get flustered. You're always on that inner balance point. Number 4, you stick to your mission in the face of pain. Number 5, not taking your problems to women. And I gave you a bonus one, boys. Number 6, you're willing to get hurt because you trust in your ability to deal with the pain and move on from it. And you know, once again, that pain is nothing but fear, and fear is false evidence appearing real. So gentlemen, I want to urge you again to sign up for my NLP Masterclass. I am going to blow a hole in your mind so big that even I could it. That is my intention in this masterclass. I have had 0 refund requests on the 2 masterclasses that I've done in 2024, and I'm only going to make them better in 2025. This is your chance. I'm probably not going to do another one for at least a year, but this might be it for me. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. This is your one chance to experience what my boys experience in my 3-month coaching program, and you could get a taste of what it was that Scott, the dude at the beginning of this episode, experienced and how he had that kind of life-changing transformation with NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So now that the episode is over, click the link in the description below, read through the sales page, watch the video, read the FAQs, and grab your ticket, boys. It's going to sell out, so it's time to shit or get off the pot. Remember, the perfect man is a trigger puller. He's a man of action. He faces his fears and realizes that what you look at disappears. And we're going to look at those things next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so get your ticket now. Gentlemen, I do appreciate you listening. I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode.